It's time to believe in ourselves. Bring on football, and bad weather weekend means binge watching.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Good morning. It is Friday. Finally, a cocktail Friday. It is May 8th, 2020. How did it get to be May 8th? I mean, April just went on forever, and now we're already at the 8th of May? Craziness. I tell you, craziness. Day 236 of Gotta Get On Ellen, and we are at day 26 of Hopefulist Challenge. Yesterday was a really nice day. A little windy, little on the windy side, but pretty warm for the most part. Sun was out, nice and bright. We spent a little time on the porch yesterday afternoon. Joe's been working a little bit shorter shift this week, so he's been getting home a little bit early, which makes the days seem a lot longer. You know, he usually gets home around 5:30. So then we, have dinner. Or he has dinner, and we watch some television, watch the news, and then he goes to bed. And then this week he's been getting home at 3:30. So just seems like, we were sitting on the porch yesterday, and I looked at the phone, and I was like, it's only 5 o'clock? Jeez Louise. Day is really dragging. So we had to enjoy yesterday afternoon on the porch because the rest of the weekend's not looking so great. We're going to have rain all day today, on and off. And then we're getting a cold snap on Saturday. Are you ready? Wind chills in the 30s. Okay, it's May. Wind chills in the 30s. What the heck is going on? Supposed to have a little bit of a bounce back on Sunday. We'll see. So it's probably going to be a binge watch weekend, which is good because we are almost done with Ozark. I think we have 3 left for season 3. Man, it's intense. I remember telling you this earlier in the week. Man, it is just getting more and more intense. Craziness. After that, we're going to pick up on Defending Jacob. They are not all released yet, though. They released 3 right away, and I think they've done 1 or 2 more since the initial release, and then they're releasing 1 a week until it's finished. I don't know how many episodes there are. There's typically 8 to 10, so I'm guessing somewhere in that area. However, what has been released today, Dead to Me, That's Right. That's a Netflix show. If you have not seen season 1, I urge you to check it out. Very odd show, but still funny and moving. It's very well acted, and I am very much looking forward to digging into that. Some exciting news, if it actually happens, the NFL schedules have been released. That's right. Happy to say that my Eagles' first game of the season is at 1 p.m. on kickoff Sunday. So many times. Sunday, the very first Sunday comes around and your team's playing at like 8 o'clock. Or your team's playing like Monday night, which is the case for Joe. New York Giants playing Monday night, first week of the season. This, of course, if the season goes off the way it's supposed to. We don't know. We have our fingers crossed because I need me some football. Very excited to see that we will be playing right at the start of the kickoff to the season. We have a couple of primetime games. We have a Thursday night game against the Giants. We have our last couple games of the season, aside from the very last one, are like 4 o'clock games. There's like 4 o'clock games right in a row, which is okay. You know, to be honest, aside from the first week, because like I said, my excitement just gets away from me, and I really hate sitting there watching other teams that I don't care about for the first game of kickoff Sunday. But other than that, it's better for my schedule at least, and they didn't consult me, so I didn't expect them to. But here, when we're, living at the shore, it's better when the games are on a little bit later on a Sunday, like, say, 4 o'clock, so that way we can still, like, go out and enjoy the weather. Because September and October are pristine here at the Jersey Shore. If you ever want to come somewhere where it is quiet, still warm, and, everything for the most part is still open, check out the Jersey Shore after the season ends. So nice. In fact, you know what? Don't muddy up my off season. Stay home. Don't come here. I kid a little bit. So there is some of the exciting news that I was digging into yesterday. I really hope this football season goes off like it's supposed to. We got stopped on our hockey. We got stopped on our basketball. We got stopped on baseball. Baseball, I think the season will be saved at some point. I hope, anyway. It's kind of crazy. I'm not really a huge sports fan other than football. The fact that basketball and hockey were stopped has no effect on my life whatsoever. But if they did not have football, oh, that would be hurt. That would be hurting me. I would not enjoy that at all. Moving on to today's topic, I am dying for a coffee date. My friend Megan and I often go out for coffee, and my friend Lisa and I often go out for a coffee. And it's one of those things that's just a nice little pop to the day. It's just a nice little way to spruce up your day. Meet someone in the morning for a little coffee date, have a little chit chat. Someday we'll be able to do that again. Meanwhile, I would like to hear, I was asking, what is your favorite fancy coffee? Mine is a spiced chai latte. Very sweet, but a little spicy because it's a spiced chai latte. Get it? I do enjoy those. They are very sweet, though. Adele says something with caramel syrup and whipped cream is always yummy. Another sweet one. Joe says mocha mint from Wawa. Diane says honey almond flat white from Starbucks. That sounds like a foreign language to me. I'm sure I didn't even, pronounce it with the right inflections. Honey almond flat white from Starbucks. I said, that sounds very fancy. She said, it is. It's made with almond milk. Okay. Somebody did point out that one of the coffee shops on the island here is open. Yes, but, nobody's going to go with me for a coffee date. I don't want to go and just have a coffee by myself. And I don't know. I'm sure you're probably not allowed to sit there, right? You're only allowed to go get your coffee and go. I would imagine you're not allowed to sit there. Moving right along to the blog post for today. We have been focusing on faith all week long. How is your faith? Today we're going to talk about belief in yourself. Believe in yourself. And I found a pretty cool quote that I stole from somebody this week. You are the greatest project you will ever work on. Take your time, create magic. So as we've been talking about faith in our abilities, faith in how we perceive ourselves, talk to ourselves, think about ourselves, we even realize that some of the things we don't like about ourselves can serve some purpose. Now I need you to start believing in yourself. Belief that whatever it is you want, you can have. that you have the power within you to manifest your deepest desire into being. You will have to do the work, both mentally and physically. You will have to be you will have to be committed. You will have to continue to believe even when no one else does. And you have to keep pushing for your dream to come true. No one will ever care more about your dream than you. You have to be the one to make it happen. This Hopefulist journey I'm on just sprouted a little over a year ago. I found myself without a job, like many of you may be right now. And I wondered how I could make money doing something I love without having to worry about getting fired for whatever reason, like a global pandemic, maybe. I had already started a blog for fun. Then I thought maybe it could be more. Then the podcast idea hit. But I wasn't making any money at it. I started following some people on social media that are in the same type of business I'm in, watch what they did. I went through the first 6 months thinking I would just stay with my plan. Someday I'll make money on the podcast, someday. But then I realized it wasn't going to happen anytime soon. I went to a combined business, personal growth conference, and it helped me come up with other options for my new business, options I hadn't thought of before, options that kind of scared the bejesus out of me. But it pushed on. I'm working on all kinds of things now. None of them have come to fruition yet, but they will. I have faith. I keep working on things, and one day I will be ready to launch. One day soon, I hope. Fingers crossed. Excuse me. Now, the point is, a dream can come at any time. You can start at any age. You may only know what that very first step is. That's okay. That's all you need to start. The path will unfold as you go along. I know this because it's what happened to me. I didn't just wait for them to come to me, though. Some of them did, but the majority were from me seeking answers, following the leaders in my business and wondering if I could do something similar to what they were doing. Like I mentioned, I went to a business conference, and that helped me tap into some money-making options. I'm still a work in progress, but I plan to be for the rest of my life. So that doesn't scare me. I hope it doesn't scare you either. The only thing we can count on in this world is change. If this time has taught us anything, is that everything can change in a moment's notice. The whole world can shut down. And then you may have to start over again. How can you move forward, pursuing your dream life in a way that relies very little on the world closing down again? I know it's tough, but is there something that you enjoy? Because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you won't stay committed. Put some real thought into it. Here's where the faith part comes in. You will likely come up with many ideas on what you can do, and you will quickly dismiss them as something you can't pull off or do. I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. If I can do some of the stuff I learned over this past year, anyone can learn anything. I know how to build a web page. I can write a newsletter and send it out to all my subscribers. And sometimes it's even a little pretty. I can troubleshoot some tech issues. I have learned so many things over the past year I thought I would never need, nor had an interest in learning, but it's part of the path to make my dream come true. So I learned. I still have to do things through this process that I dislike. I hate tedious activities. I suck at organization. I have a hard time forcing myself to practice. But these are all things that need to be done. And if I want my business to succeed, I will get them done. It's not all glory all the time. But if you do the hard work now, it can be all glory later when everything comes easy to you and you have it running like clockwork and you can relax a little bit. That's the day I'm dreaming of. I'm not even close to it yet, but once I start bringing in a little money, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hire someone to do all my organizational and tedious tasks. But that day is not here yet, so I am pushing through. What is it you really want? It may not be a business. It may be a location to live, a certain type of house, a better relationship with your kids and spouse, a community group where you can learn or teach or find fun activities. Whatever it is you want, big or small, you can have. You just have to use your noodle a little. Figure things out as you go. So here's what I would like you to do.